And hello, welcome back to Xcom Enemy Within and to the research department. Now, in the last episode, I did say we were going to be spending an awful lot of the enormous amount of money that we've got in engineering, and that is true. However, with the new month, I'm thinking we should start things off with a little bit of research. I'm glad. Fantastic. And those extra scientists have actually increased the speed of our research on the UFO power source. Fantastic. Now, what we are going to do... Apparently, I can switch this out without losing any progress. Do I really want to do that? Yeah, I kind of do. Okay, so we're going to change this research project. We're going to have a quick look at a few other things, namely the autopsies. We've got 4 autopsies. I would like to get them out of the way so that we can unlock any gene mods that they reveal or any potential upgrades to mechs, things like that. So let's check out the drone autopsy first. We'll start with, in fact, I've seen all of these in the Enemy Unknown Let's Play. So there may be some small changes, but I'm not sure. This small robot appears to fill some sort of support role. We might be able to interface with its circuitry and possibly subvert it in the field. If only we could bring them back as well and train them as pets.
This unit appears to be a drone, which is similar to the military drones we are familiar with. This particular example seems to have the ability to repair damaged equipment. Dr. Shen and I believe it should be possible to capture and repurpose these.
See, when you say capture, you don't really mean capture. And I feel very upset that you use that word when it's not the word that you mean. Codename Arachnid. It only has 4 legs. And it flies. It doesn't walk on the ground. The drones we've disassembled seem to have a singular purpose: to repair the alien technology, including its robotic counterparts. Although they act as robotic medics and lack any kind of offensive weaponry, that's a lie. We did discover a large explosive charge is located deep within its substructure. It draws on as a power source. With this and several of the alien devices, I continue to be amazed by what their creators have been able to accomplish. Dr. Shen believes it may be possible to hack these drones, allowing us to utilize them for our own purposes. Further details of this specimen's complete combat capabilities may be available in the field if targeted in the unit analysis view. Drone capture project available in the Foundry and, Sentinel drone project. That might be new. Alright, we're confident our arc throwers could be upgraded to allow the capture of enemy drones, giving us control of the flying drones for the remainder of the combat. See, that's what it means. We can't capture them, we just make them think that we're awesome for the rest of that fight. Sentinel drone, now this is new, I think. We've been able to adapt an alien drone into a repair module for the Shiv. While we had to sacrifice its autonomous movement functions, we've been able to retain its repair capability and use its spare AI cycles to improve the Shiv's situational firing heuristics. Ooh. Does this mean my Shivs will automatically repair themselves in combat? Because that might be interesting, and that might actually be enough to sway me to test the Shiv out. But on to the mutant autopsy now. I'm very interested in what this unlocks in the Foundry. Weighing in at 275 kilograms, or over rather, the majority of which is simply muscle and bone, this creature appears well suited for the rigors of frontline combat. The specimen's natural ability to manage adrenaline levels could prove useful if we can study it further.
This is the most physically aggressive specimen we've discovered so
and
far,
physically
which
intimidating.
the troops fondly refer to as the Muton. I can only assume there's a colorful backstory for such a designation.
Well, if you don't include the Mechtoid, but it's part robot. Right, codename Nero. Standing well over 2 meters tall, the ratio of this subject's lean muscle to the rest of its body mass is staggering. Its bones are highly durable, yet very light in weight, and it seems to lack extramuscular fatty tissue of any kind. There is no part of this subject that has not been genetically engineered for combat. These mutons, a moniker given by the troops, have clearly been bred and modified from birth, with every enhancement contributing to its function as a sort of organic tank. As such, the mutants are capable of withstanding otherworldly amounts of damage and seem to have an incredible tolerance for pain. During the autopsy, we also noted a variety of ritualistic markings and unusual tattoos, which imply some sort of past tribal structure among the mutant species. It may be this tribal nature that has led to the mutants' use of a war cry in battle. which seems to cause a surge in adrenaline within both the subject and even nearby allies. With this in mind, it's certainly possible that we could replicate this ability through our own genetic modification program. Oh, this is new. We've also noticed a number of distinct similarities between the genetic structure of the muton and the floating specimens. Although I can only guess as to the aliens' intentions, it certainly appears that the floaters may have at one time been mutants themselves. If the aliens have been experimenting with the mutant physiology, perhaps the floaters are a byproduct of their less successful attempt at genetic manipulation. We may be able to gain further insight into this creature's combat capabilities by looking at it in the field. Adrenal neurosympathy ability in the Gene Lab and ammo conservation project. Both of these sound awesome. That one sounds unknown and thus mysteriously awesome. But ammo conservation is something I'm really looking forward to. Mutant armor contains servo motors that function as automatic weapon loaders, allowing their weapons to carry more ammunition without requiring the soldier to pause for a full reload. We could apply some of the same techniques to our own weapons. New gene motivator. Okay. Overloads the soldier's adrenal glands. When a kill is confirmed, the soldier emits pheromones that grant offensive benefits to all nearby squad mates. Cannot occur more than once every 5 turns. Ooh. Okay. That looks interesting. Now, does it only affect those nearby or at range? Because if at range, then Cerberus Johnson would be amazing for that. Or Evelyn or Lilith. In fact, everyone. They're all pretty awesome. Floater autopsy. A torturous mass of flesh and machinery. The mere existence of this creature implies a cruelty that is difficult to... Oh, come on now. Really, Dr. Valen? Difficult to comprehend? You do remember what we've done in our past, I assume.
You can make the connection yourself. We've designated this particular specimen as a floater. The research team is continuing in its efforts to determine how the aliens prevented the organic tissue from rejecting the mechanical components, as they seem to work in perfect harmony with one another.
That is interesting. Meld, I suspect. Codename Crimson Cape. Good old reference to the original Xcom there, in which the floaters had weren't just like torsos with jetpacks on, but had some sort of spherical anti-gravity device at the bottom which allowed them to simply float up or down, left or right, and wore this long crimson cape. As frightening and vicious as this species is on the battlefield, it is hard not to feel some sympathy for them on the dissection table. I imagine it's hard to not to feel some sympathy for anything on the dissection table. The specimen has been subjected and possibly subjugated to extensive biomedical modifications, some of which were undoubtedly quite painful and intrusive. The combination of living tissue and mechanical components gives this creature the look of a cruel, half-finished experiment. Most of the subject's internal organs have been replaced with a mechanical life support system that mimics their original functionality. A rather conventional propulsion system has been grafted onto the subject's torso, although the power cells supplying the necessary thrust are extremely advanced by our own standards. I have removed a number of the neural implants from the subject that appear to aid in the evasion of incoming projectile fire. The engineering team has already suggested several ways in which this technology might benefit our soldiers. You may find additional information about the combat capabilities on the field, but that has given us the defense matrix. Now, of all of the things that you can do to help your interceptors in combat, this is the only one that I've ever really found any great success with, or any great use for. That may really play into my strategy with the interceptors. So I'm probably going to start stockpiling floater corpses and just converting them all into this. The matrix will burn out after 1 use. Temporarily boosts the unit's evasive ability. I think it means it'll dodge the next 2 incoming attacks, guaranteed. Floater adaptive reflex technology was surprisingly compatible with our satellite system. Fantastic. Right, and finally, the sectoid autopsy, the first alien that we encountered. Our initial scans of the small humanoid aliens recovered so far have revealed something quite remarkable. We're detecting components of a non-biological matter embedded within their internal structure. Could these implants be implants that really... See, this is what I mean about doing things in the order that the game doesn't anticipate you'll do them in. Okay, let's find out.
We've made a number of interesting discoveries based on the autopsy results of the alien specimen you brought back. The research team is now referring to this particular variation as a sectoid. based on the unusual structure of its internal organs, which we believe to be the product of genetic manipulation. As we've seen in the field, this species also seems to harbor some sort of telepathic ability.
And rather awesome looking eyes as well. Okay, codename Roswell. Oh, ho, ho. We found no discernible genetic variance between any of the small humanoid aliens that have been examined thus far, and that was true in the original Xcom as well. They are perfect genetic copies, each and every one of them. The subject's brain is quite sizable with respect to its body and appears to have been augmented even further with cybernetic implants of some kind. Now, I don't remember if that was true in the original, but I could be wrong about that. I'm going to have to play the original again sometime. Considering the fragile nature of the creature's physical form, it is safe to assume that the implants were intended to somehow improve the combat effectiveness of the species. Dr. Shen and the engineering team have already developed several theories as to how we might be able to adapt these implants for our own use. Additional tactical information may be available in the field when viewing hostile targets in the unit analysis view. Dr. Vallon's personal note: cloning, genetic manipulation, biomedical implants. The implications of this technology and the aliens' motives are not reassuring. Now, this gives the second most useful upgrade for interceptors, and that is the AIM, the uplink targeting AIM unit, or I'm not sure, ability, I guess you could say. Activate this module during interception to provide an immediate temporary boost to our unit's accuracy. The module will burn out after one use. Basically, it means the next 2 shots are guaranteed to hit. If you've got very, very powerful weapons, that can actually come in quite handy because you can end the fight very quickly. You might not need the dodge in order to do that. Now, I could have a look at the other plasma things, but we are definitely not going to be doing that. We are going to be, where are UFO power source. Continue the project, please. There we go. Now, that is finally answered the question. I can actually swap out when I need to. I wish I'd known that before. I probably wouldn't have gone all the way to laser weapons at this point. Right then, let's have a quick check on the grey market. I want to see how many floaters have we got. We've got 9 floaters, 9 sectoids. Okay. Right, well, we are going to go straight to the foundry. We want ammo conservation. This is an absolute must. That is going to help so much, especially for Brandy Bear. So we're going to get that one going. It's got 14 days. Will cost 75 Ultra Megabucks, 45 alloys, 6 mutant corpses, and 20 weapon fragments. I'm very glad that I didn't sell them down to 5. Right. I'm tempted to have a look into this. Drone capture, Sentinel drone. Yeah, I think we're going to go for it. We'll go for the heavy weapons platform first. So that's 5 engineers and 35 megabucks. 7 days. Sentinel drone, 40 megabucks, 5 Illyrium, 10 alloys, and 10 engineers. That's also 7 days on that as well. And we'll finish off drone capture as well, simply because we can. 4 drone wrecks, 20 weapons fragments, and 10 engineers. From this point on, I think we don't need any more of the drone parts, so we can probably start selling them off.
And as soon as we've got something, I'll be in touch.
Fantastic, fantastic. Now, we could look at some items. It's the respirator implant. We don't need those. Now, I did say I would like to actually have a couple of these. Now, those are phenomenally expensive. But I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to build some. I'm going to build another 3 of those. No, we are going to build 3. That'll mean that we've got some of our best troops can hold this onto these in between missions, so I'm not going to have to be mucking around so much in between rearming people. I mean, when I'm rearming squaddies that I've never taken out before, I am going to have to take stuff off people because I won't be taking them out enough to warrant leaving them equipped with it, but it'll improve the speed that we can actually launch people just a little bit. Now, scope. Let's bump that up to 10, I think. We've got 7 at the moment, so we need another 3. Anything else? We definitely need more medkits. I'm going to put that all the way up to 3 as well. Arc throwers. Let's grab another 3. No, let's grab 2. We don't need more than that. Okay, I'm pretty happy with that. Would love more chitin plating. As for armor, this doesn't cost much, so I'm actually going to bump that all the way up to 10. There we go. I'm pretty happy with the way with the way things are now. Right, this is what we really want to do. UFO tracking, I assume, just allows you to prolong the fight a little bit, but we're going to make 3 of these straight away, and we can make 3 of these as well. And these only cost 5, which is nice. There we go. Now, the Phoenix cannons cost 9, and I've been mentioning for a little while that I really want to buy more ships. We're getting to a point now where we're going to start seeing more and more enemies. So I'm going to go ahead and order some interceptors. They only cost 20 now, thanks to our air and space continent bonus, and only cost 10 per month. So I'm going to order one there, one there. We're going to have another one on every continent. So that's a total of 5 new interceptors. I could go for 2 extra interceptors on everyone, but I think that would be a bit excessive, especially because once we actually unlock the alien crafts, once we've done enough research to start building the Firestorm, then I'm not going to want these interceptors anymore. I wonder if I can sell them. I don't think I can, so no, we're gonna keep hold of these. We're just gonna let them. We're going to have 2 in each base, but that does mean we're going to need more Phoenix cannons. So we're going to need a total of 5 more Phoenix cannons. So let's get those made as well. And again, these only cost 9, so that's actually pretty good. There we go. We have spent an awful lot of money, but we've not spent it all, and I'm actually a little bit surprised by that. I am genuinely a little bit surprised. Now, is there anything else in the officer training school? No, there isn't. That's very, very nice to see. We don't have any medals, do we? No, we do not. We could hire some more soldiers. And I'm a little... Yeah, I'm tempted to do that. So let's spend 150 on 10 more soldiers that we may be able to rename. And we might find some sparkling gems amongst them. Some truly amazing will and aim rookies. But for now, I think it is time. Cerberus has been waiting long enough, I think. Cerberus, you are destined for this, Cerberus. Right, we are going to be going for a muscle fiber density, so he can leap onto high places and be able to really use his sniping and his advantages with higher ground. Now, see, this would be glorious with both of these. Someone with both bioelectric skin and mimetic skin would be fantastic, but no. Now, I could give you a secondary heart. Causes the soldier to bleed out instead of dying the first time they go to 0 health in a mission. But, and prevents the loss of will from critical wounds. But this is nice. Overloads the soldier's adrenal glands. When a kill is confirmed, the soldier emits pheromones that grant offensive benefits to all nearby squad mates. Now, I'm not sure if that is going to help Cerberus, but it's worth a test, I think. We are going to be going with mimetic skin. That's an expensive one as well. And finally, given that we're giving him the ability to leap up onto tall buildings, the height advantage is going to be the big thing for him, I think. So there we are. The only thing we're not augmenting in Cerberus is the brain. Well, it's going to cost a lot of money. But you're worth it, Cerberus. 250 Ultra Megabucks and 105 meld. Almost all of our meld is going on you. It's going to take you 12 days to recover from this. It's pretty invasive. But you're going to be joining our elite gene-modded squads. Soon we will have an entire squad. No, we won't. Probably, anyway. Because we're going to have at least a couple of mechs. There are, I believe, achievements for sending out an entire team of mechs or an entire team of gene-modded troops. And I'm a little bit tempted by that. But for now, I think that's all good and done. We've got 2 days on the power generator. We've only got 133 credits, though. That's a little bit fine, really. But I think what we've done is going to pan out well for us in the end. But let's scan for activity then.
Power generator complete.
There we go, and we got some money back as well. Right, this is what we've been waiting on. Ultimately. Can we afford to build it? Yes, we can. It's not that expensive. Alright then, we are going to be building the alien containment. It's a priority build. It's going to require it's going to require 5 of the 6 power that we've got. But we need this. We've needed it for a long time. It's going to take 7 days. And I'm pretty happy with that. We can build a workshop down there, perhaps, to expand our rebates on any tech that we do there. But I'm going to wait on that, obviously. Right. My goodness, we've got a lot of things due to happen soon. Let's expand the list. In 1 day, the request from Europe is going to fail. 2 days, we're going to research the power source, get the new interceptors. New soldiers will arrive, all of the new interceptors. And in 6 days then, we'll have advanced servo motors, heavy weapons platform, and sentinel drone. In 7 days, alien containment. And 9 days, we'll get shaped armor. 10 days, improved medkits. 11 days, Cerberus is going to be out of gene mod. And 13 days, we're going to get ammo conservation and drone capture. And then in 30 days, the council report. It's going to be a busy month for Xcom. Ooh. A large scout over Canada. Oh, it's landed. Ho ho! Pending request on behalf of Germany has expired. Okay, well, it looks like in the next episode, because this has been already over 20 minutes of just base stuff. I doubt we would finish this in 10. We are going to be going to raid a large scout in Canada. Fantastic. But we will back right out of mission control so time doesn't move on. But that will be where we're heading. Now, where is Cerberus? Cerberus, where is Gene Mod? Gene Lab, sorry. There we are. We won't be able to see him, of course, because that fluid that he is in the tank with, very, very thick. Very, very uncomfortable, smelly stuff, I'm told. Not that he's going to be able to smell anything. At least I hope not. You shouldn't be breathing in liquids, Cerberus. It's just a tip from your commander to you. Don't try to breathe liquids. Not good for you. But that really is it for this episode. I am afraid in the next episode we are going to be going back to Canada, it seems. But this time to catch the aliens unawares. Maybe bring back some more technology. Maybe even more corpses that we can use to make new bits for our interceptors. But we will have to see. I do hope you've enjoyed this episode though. And I hope you will be joining me in the next. But until then, and as always, do take care.